My name's Maureen Adams, and I've been the chair of CCHA since April 2024. So the board is made up of a range of different individuals. We have 11 full-time board members and 2 independent board members who bring a different skill set. What we really want to do as a board is make the right decisions for the organisation, for its finances, and also for how it delivers its services and builds new affordable homes. So having a range of skills in the board and people from different backgrounds is really valuable so that everyone brings something different. The board wanted to make sure that the business plan met the needs of the next 5 years, and our chief executive gave us a really good comprehensive assessment of what we needed to do, not just to stay as we are now, but to keep improving over the next 5 years. So it's a combination of our homes and our services, but in a targeted way that makes sure that we can see the change year on year, whether it's in terms of customer satisfaction, which is a real board priority, or whether it's in terms of making sure that we spend the money that we bring from the rents properly. The board feel that the business plan is the way that we can see that direction, so we can be assured that the decisions that the board are making are in the interests of the organisation as well as the interests of the residents themselves. There's a lot in the business plan. It's quite ambitious in terms of the detail, and the staff have done a lot of consultation to make sure that it represents the interests of our residents, of our staff, and also of our stakeholders such as the local authorities who need us to provide homes for the community. As a housing association, we are required to make sure that we follow the law, as any business should, but also that we are meeting the requirements of the regulator. In housing, it's the regulator for social housing, and they keep a close eye on the work of all housing associations for 2 reasons. They want to make sure that we're financially viable and that we protect the interests of our tenants and our homes so that our homes are safe and secure. So the way in which they do that is they have continuous engagement with this in terms of reports, but also they want to see and hear the voice of the customer coming through the different decisions that we make at board level, and to be reassured that we're recognising that social housing is critically important for people, and we take that very seriously. So to be able to be inspected by them, which we are from time to time, our aim is to get the top rating for financial viability, which is a V1, and for governance, which we call a G1. And both of those in place means that we're a stable and secure organisation, that the regulator is happy for us to continue our work. So we're fortunate to be in that position at the moment, but for all associations it's an ongoing effort to make sure that we both understand the detail of what's happening, but at the same time as a board we step back and we allow, and in fact we need the leadership team and the chief executive to be delivering that service, and as a board we're asking the questions about what matters most and how those decisions are made. So there's a separation between us as a board and the delivery that the leadership team and the wider staff group are all fully committed to. One of the functions of a housing association is to capture the right information so that we can spend our money wisely, because value for money matters to everyone, to residents, to regulators. And so we're very careful how we spend that money, because we're a not-for-profit organisation, which means any surplus that we make go back into the business. And one of the ways in which we get visible evidence is by going out with the leadership team on stock tours, where we get a chance to see where people are living, to hear their views and their experiences of living, but also to ask them questions and talk to them about their experience of the organisation and how much they feel that we respond. So we know, for instance, that repairs has been an issue over the past couple of years, which is why they've been key in influencing our change of direction on the repair service now. So we have a different repairs model. And at the same time, we like to see where we have done planned or maintenance works on something more significant, such as windows and doors, and we can see that for ourselves. So when we're in the board having discussions, it's really helpful to be able to think that we've seen the property that we are looking at, or that we've talked to residents about their experiences, and that way we have assurance that we are not just dealing with papers, but we're dealing with real people living in real situations, and that we can justify the decisions that we're making correctly. The board are often asking themselves, how do we measure the success of what we're doing? What are we doing well? And we are monitoring the 2030 business plan year by year. So we've approved the plan, and then we will approve each year the delivery of both the themes and the projects. So for instance, in the first year, we've got 5 themes ranging from resident services through to quality of homes. And then we have 11 projects supporting that. So it's a busy agenda, and it's quite challenging to keep all of that activity running smoothly for the full 5 years. But what we do is we report that back to residents in the annual report. And if you're a resident listening to this, you should be able to see where something that you've raised as an issue or a complaint maybe has changed the way in which we deliver that service. And that's the connection that we'd really like to have.